Okay, so about a year ago, I bought that device at a thrift store, and I already made a video about this. The plan now, and that's just an update video. I want to fully restore that within the next week. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna make a new of these switches here. I am actually gonna change the belts for the 8-track and also changing the belts for the cassette player. Let's just turn that beauty on. And what you also see, we have just one light is functioning here, and there is also no light right now working for the radio. So I'm gonna open that up and I'm gonna repair the lights here and the light here. What I'm planning to do is actually replacing these light bulbs with RGB lights. So depending on the mood, we could actually illuminate that any color we want. I think that's the plan I'm gonna do. So let's just check the VU meters. If we play a cassette, and right now I see the cassette is actually not working, and I guess that's just due to the fact we have that the belt is no longer working. Okay, now it started, and you see the VU meter here, it's actually working, the other one as well. And I just bought that device because it's looking pretty cool. My plan actually would be to convert it to a more modern device from the inside. So the plan is actually to put some modern equipment in there, but we're gonna leave it unchanged here. And you see that's from a company called Soundesign, and it is a stereo receiver 8-track cassette recorder. And I'm going to show you the backside of that machine as well later. But I actually really just bought it because I like the look of it. So it's not a really high-class hi-fi component, this machine, but I just like it. What's nice here, you already have like a digital clock here, and then you still have a manual radio here, which is pretty nice. And then you see right now it's FM radio, which we've chosen. And just to stop the cassette now, you see the cassette counter, it's still working. And then, well, let's just play the cassette again. So you see you can have chrome, metal, and then normal, which you can choose from. That's pretty nice. And then NRC out in, I have no clue what that means. Maybe noise reduction, most likely not. Then you have your standard functions here, and I'm pretty sure that's for the 8-track, which I've never used in my life, but you see it has to be because it's 1 to 4. I guess that's how you can switch between the tracks program. Most likely you can somehow program that. Then next thing here, we could actually just do the clock timing. Maybe there would be also a recording function for the clock so that you can actually set your maybe the cassette player start at a certain time back in the day when you wanted to record something off the radio. I am not sure actually, but maybe that was. So here, that's actually pretty cool because I have 4 speakers which I want to use with it. So you can either say just speaker A or speaker A and B. So these would be 2 stereo speakers in the front and 2 in the back of the machine. That's pretty cool. And then you have the standard stuff like loudness, low and high filter. You could mute the machine. And and then here, you see the radio frequency. So you could actually put, it just shows the frequency now, but I'm pretty sure there's another button where we could show the time again. So it's actually not a big deal right now that we don't have a light here for the radio stations. Okay, so it goes back after a while if we push that button, so that's nice. Oh, and then you see here that would be actually the recording input, so it would show you if we record off the radio, if we record to the 8-track and also to the cassette. So apparently you can record to an 8-track. As I said, I never had one before. Then you have the volume knob here, which is pretty standard. And then that's also for the tape here, where you can choose, I don't actually know what you can choose here. And then you have a headphone jack, and then you could also attach a microphone here. So that's nice. And then, yeah, you see you have a record button for the 8-track. So obviously that goes, and then you have the stuff where you just can do the left and right levels for the recording, the balance between left and right, stereo, and then bass and treble. So that's the front of that. It has a nice wood grain veneer, but as I said, I just bought it because of the optics, and the plan would actually be to fit it internally with modern components, but still keep the look of that. So, but since we want to keep the cassette player anyways, once we get it to work, we're going to use these two things. So this one, it's a mechanical cleaning of the cassette head, and let's just put it in there. And so you see, sometimes it runs, sometimes not. I'm pretty sure we have a problem with the belt, but you see we can do a fast forward and also rewind. So maybe that just doesn't work with ordinary play. And I'll stop it. And what you see, this thing actually just cleans the head, and there's that little spinning brush here, which kind of cleans the head. And once that's done, we have to replace the battery in this device. It's a TDK head demagnetizer, but there is no battery in there right now. But you see, you would put it in there, and then I guess you either have to push it on play or record. I need to find that out. And then you can actually demagnetize the head of the cassette player. But that's just a side note, but since we gonna keep that, oh, actually it says tips to use since we are here. Let's just read that real quick. It says set your machine volume control knob all the way to 0 or turn the power source off. Don't use the blah blah blah. Oh, so actually you can use it when it's off. So good to know, but no worries, there was no battery in here, so nothing happened. And finally, I'm gonna show you the backside of the machine. It's not connected to speakers right now, but for the purpose of that video, it's not really important. And now I flip it and show you just the backside as well. Okay, so that's the backside of the machine. So the model number would be Soundesign 5988. And you see it's a 110 volt device. Also here it tells you how to connect the speakers, which I guess it's obvious, but anyways, it's nice. It reads service number B, whatever that means actually. It also comes, oh, that's nice. It actually tells you how to set the clock. It's always nice. And here is some blah, blah, blah. And then actually you see, that's what I told you. You could actually use speakers A, so left and right, and speakers B. So if you have like a 4-speaker system, and then also you have input here. So I guess that's for record player, and this one for something else. So at least we could actually even maybe attach DVD or CD player here. That's pretty nice. It appears it has a built-in antenna, but you could also connect it to an external antenna, and you can also ground it for a reason. I have no clue why you want to do that. Maybe that has something to do with the radio. And now I want to show you something pretty interesting. So apparently you have the schematics here on the underside of the device, and that actually tells you that in the old days stuff like this was really intended to get repaired, instead like stuff we have nowadays which you just can't repair anymore. So if you, it's just an assumption, if you would have brought that to a repair shop, everything the guy needed to repair this would be actually on these schematics. And okay, there's a little warning, so we are not opening it today anyways. And so you see, an electrician or somebody who knows the way around a schematic would actually know exactly what to do here. That's pretty neat. And since I want to repair that in the near future, that's actually gonna help me. So I take a photo of the schematic so I can zoom it in and out. And that's it for now. And as I said, once I've repaired it and upgraded it, first thing would be to install just some LED lights, repair this one. So maybe seems to be an easy fix. Maybe I just have some plastic or just make a mold for that. It's not really needed to run the machine now, but as I said, I bought that for under $50 as far as I remember, and I just bought it because it just looks so nice. And well, that's it. So thanks for watching.